considering the fact that there's a lot that's been going on in this PD recently, you were far from the only person. We have suffered for quite a while now in this shift, and it has become, I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of joking going around, but there's also a lot of serious shit. I mean, I'm sure you heard in the meeting today. I don't want to be the asshole, but
I'm not joking, Mr. Flop. I'm terrified. I'm saying these things not because I think it's funny. I
no,
I genuinely think I'm going to die if I don't say long live the regime, because that's how this state is being governed right now. That's how things are. The Senate has absolute control. We don't. None of us voted for the Senate, and yet they have ultimate say over everything.
None of us have ever had any say over the Senate, and
Why do we
unfortunately,
accept that?
because unfortunately, we don't really have a fucking choice, and unfortunately,
what?
Bob, I'm with you. I don't like being on duty right now myself. I work for a police department. I want you to know flat out that I've told other people this the last few days. I come from a time in this PD where Kyle Pred was my sheriff. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay, I'll break it down. I worked through corruption. I was there for corruption. And unfortunately, most of the people that were there during the corruption are still here. It's a terrifying thing. And I'm with you. The PD hasn't been in this low of a spot in a very long time. However, if there's one thing that I can be of certain, while I am here and while I get to have a say in how this shift is ran, that shit will not be flying in this shift. If stuff is going to be happening, I will be the voice for that stuff. I can't speak for the other shifts. We're no better than anyone else. We're unified at the end of the day. But I can guarantee you that at least in this shift, if shit like that is happening to a degree of being too scared to be on duty, yeah, I'm going to do what I can to resolve it. Granted, I can't tell you to not be scared. If you are scared and you do not feel comfortable being on duty, I also don't want you to be on duty in concern that you won't be able to operate comfortably.
I don't know how anyone's comfortable enough to be on duty. I think it's reprehensible that those that need to be punished haven't been. I think it's disgusting. I joined this police force to preserve life in any form. I don't see how strapping a bomb to an EMS worker is preserving life.
Who did you hear that from?
Twitter.
Wouldn't you rather want to know the details first than reading a Twitter post?
I don't know how many times I brought it up and nobody has tried to correct me. No one.
Because every day I'm on duty, it's the only thing people are talking about right now. I wasn't there. I didn't even go to Sanguine. Up until the day before the war, Bob, when I was asked by a member of command what I knew about Sanguine and my involvement, I had to tell them that if you gave me a map and told me to point to that island, I wouldn't be able to do it. I did not serve in that war. I did not go to that war. And when the day came, I don't even recall if I was necessarily on duty for most of the capacity to stay on the mainland. What I can tell you for certain is that there's a lot of stuff going around right now regarding. And in typical fashion, a lot of people have the idea that things are not, being worked on. I almost guarantee you, granted, I don't know because I've stayed uninvolved in this. Not to avoid it, just I haven't dealt with Sanguine in the last 3 months. I didn't see a reason to get involved with it after the fact. But I almost guarantee you that things are being acknowledged and things are most likely being worked on.
Mr. Flop, with all respect, you told me yourself that this is the worst you've seen the PD in a long time.
Morale-wise, yeah.
A lot of the reforms that were meant to happen to root out corruption haven't happened. So, what makes you so certain it's going to happen this time? What makes you think that this is a different situation where action will actually be taken and a difference will be made?
How long ago was the war, Bob?
I don't know, about a week.
You're talking about a potential war crime.
Yes.
Time, Bob. Give it time. Everyone is running around like a headless chicken on what is presumably, at this point, and I've told people that if they have evidence to bring it forward, and at this point, the only thing that I have heard from anyone's mouth has been word of mouth or I saw it on Twitter. Wait for evidence to come forward. Wait for things to actually be confirmed. If we were to run on the assumption that we read it on Twitter, every criminal that has ever stated that they're innocent and they did nothing wrong, I guess we should stop chasing them then, because they told us that they did nothing wrong. It don't work that way. And I'm telling you now that your concerns are valid, and I'm not shutting that down. But it's been a week. Things take time. I wish things worked quicker, but things do take time in this PD.
Okay. Have you read any of the reports?
Regarding
the incident, the invasion?
I briefly went over a few of them, but
Did you get to the part about the bomb?
regarding,
The EMS with the bomb?
to be honest with you, I really don't recall. I'm gonna be flat out honest.
Okay. All right. I was just gonna see if there was anything that had been stated on our side on that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The two names that you brought up were Axel and Brian, correct?
Yes. Yes, the dictators.
Even if that were to involve me, that would have to go above me, considering that Brian is a sergeant and Axel is the commissioner. I would not get that information even if I asked for it. I am not high command. I am a command member. That information would not even come to me.
Okay.
I will get some official statement when I need to bring things up. That is how we usually communicate in command. But I also cannot simply make a statement and call it an official statement without it being confirmed through the proper chains. In this specific incident, when I have the information, you will also have the information. But as of right now, I know literally as much as you do. And that is not me trying to hide anything. That is not me trying to cover. I'm being honest. I know literally as much as you do right now. My rank has had no sway in gathering that information. The morale of this PD is in shit right now. And
Yes, because of the war crimes.
I guarantee you it's for a lot of other reasons too.
Yes.
So, as far as I'm concerned right now, if you were uncomfortable to be on duty, I don't want to, have you on duty necessarily if you think that today is just not the day. If I happen to get information regarding some of the stuff that's happened, I mean, sure, I'll try and pass along as I can, but unfortunately right now, there's really not much that I know of. And it would be the word I'm going to use is immoral for me to stand in front of a room of 20 officers and make a statement that I can't confirm or deny. So I'm not avoiding the topic, but without any of the actual information or evidence, it's hard for me to actually formulate something for a room.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Mr. Flop,
Yeah.
are you scared of what this PD might become if nothing comes from this, if the status quo is allowed to continue?
You want my honest answer?
Yes.
My days are numbered here if things continue.
Yes, I think I'm in the same boat. I came here to help people. And preserve life. I mean, I can't stand for an institution that doesn't share in those values. So, if nothing happens, then I think I'm going to hand in my badge and my hat and my shorts and go back to Australia and work in the conservation park, because that's where, at least there, I'll be among people that value life as much as myself.
I would give this time. And the reason why I'm still here is because I do actually trust the process right now. If something's happening, we will hear about it. Like I said it before, it's been a week.
Yes. Okay. I'm just very scared.
The PD will bounce back. I don't want to say I'm scared. Scared's not the right word for me. But it would also be a lie for me to say that the PD's in a good spot. Right now, morale-wise, PD's not doing good.
Yes.
So, I don't want to see you leave. I'd rather wait this through and see how things transpire.
Yes.
Just give it some time.
Yes.
And hopefully we see some positive light to this outcome. That's really all I got, though. I mean, it's Bob, to be honest with you, I have morals. I took an oath when I took this job, and I'm not talking sergeant. I took an oath when I became a cop. And if there's anything that I can tell you for certain, when I took the oath, it was to protect and serve. And when I was employed under Kyle Pred, who was quite possibly one of the most corrupt people we had leading this department at that time, I never let that sway me from protecting and serving. And something I'm going to give you as advice to keep for yourself: when the system fails, don't let it fail you. You have good morals. You're a good officer. Don't be threatened by the system. If the best thing that you can do is stay true to yourself, then you are at least upholding the oath that you took originally.
Yes. If the system is so defunct that this managed to slide through unpunished, unaccounted for, with no thought to the wayside about protecting people's lives, then that's the end of the road for Bob Sterling. And that's okay, because I can help in other areas of life. I can lend my spirit and my passion and my energy to people and causes that actually value the sanctity of life.
Hey, Kurt, could you give us just a couple minutes?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Goodbye. He was the one that kidnapped me and put me in the hospital.
Kurt?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He made me go to rehab.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yeah, Bob, and just to conclude this, just please give this some time. I know
Alrighty.
I know there's a lot going on. I want you to be comfortable on duty, and if there's anything I can do to try and encourage that comfort, let me know, but at the same time I can't force you. Just I've been down a very similar road in this police department a few times, unfortunately. As much as I don't right now, I wanna trust the process through. If the process fails, that's one thing. But just give this more than a week, okay?
Okay. I might go off duty and go for a little walk around town. And then maybe I'll be back on duty later for a little bit.
Okay.
But I think I need to go clear my head.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yes.
You need anything, you have my number, okay?
Yes. I might not ever be back, but I might. Goodbye.
Shut the hell up. Don't do that to me. Do not do that to me.
Goodbye.
This motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, Flop is genuinely not happy with the way that PD is right now, and he's not going to lie to officers about how he actually feels. Granted, Flop actually knows that the bomb situation happened and was told to keep that close to his chest. No pun intended, actually. Jesus Christ, that timing and that phrasing was not good.
Yo.
But he was told to not bring it up. Hey, Kurt.
Yeah, today's been a mess.
What do you got for me?
We're gonna need a strike Lucian.
What do you do?
When he hit Riley in the meeting and sent her into the ICU due to other injuries.
What happened?
When right.
I can't hear anything you're saying. What's up?
When Riley was struck by Lucian.
Yeah.
Riley's in the ICU now.
I trust your word on this. He's your department. How many strike points are you recommending?
He's still a cadet. I mean, my train of thought, and you could interrupt me anytime. Hold on, let me answer this real quick. Scully, give me 1 second. I'll be over there, okay? All right, bye-bye. From the start, it was all funny games, and then it took a little turn. I would be fine with 10 strike points.
Okay. If that's something you want to do, I'm okay with it. If you could do me a favor, just get a proper written statement to me so I can make a command report for it.
Okay.
I will gladly I'm gonna have you be the one to do it if you want, and then I'll just follow through with it.
Yep. I'll calm down here while I'm writing this.
Okay. What he did was bad, but she was bullying him. Yes, but at the same time, he also shouldn't have hit her.
Hey, I need you in the captain's office. You're in physical therapy. Okay. Finish your physical therapy. All right. Bye-bye. I think we're gonna have to hold off for now.
Okay. Just give me the written statement. I'll get a command report up just regarding what happened. Yep. Unfortunately, since she's in the ICU and, you know, there's pending. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I believe it was mostly due to past head trauma due to the war, but it hurt. she being struck right now just did not help.
Well, yeah. I'm okay with the strike points. I think that it's fair. Truthfully, I understand there's a degree, but I did tell them to take it upstairs if they were going to actually
Yep.
properly hatch this, and to hit her in the middle of the meeting was not okay. So,
Yep. All right. I gotta go talk to Scully now.
yep, all good.
Thank you, Flop.
Not a problem.
I'll get that written over and sent to you.
Flop. Flop.
I really want to say no, but hi, what's up?
I was just curious how long that West has been out there.
How long the what's been out where?
The West. That's on the table out there. I never noticed it before.
Where?
On the computer out here. Look really hard at the computer.
What about
I
it?
never noticed it before. The West. The West of suspensions. Look really hard at the computer.
Oh. No shit.
I've never noticed this before.
Well, I don't know, to be honest.
I learn something new every day,
That's kind of cool.
right? Who's 112? 1125. Oh, that's you. Oh my god, you suspended him. Good. He was kind of crazy.
Well, I can't have him on fucking duty. I was going to let him walk out of the hospital and then grab a fucking gun.
Well, absolutely. I can see when
Saturn.
people get suspended.
Well,
It's also hilariously spelled.
is it?
Yeah. I feel like it is suspension.
Oh, my
who
fucking... That's great. Hi, Saturn.
Isn't it?
Jesus Christ. All right. I need to go back to the captain's office. I gotta go write a fucking report now.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just reading MDW stuff.
No, you're good. Have fun with the rest of the stream. Thank you. Yeah. Damn. So I wanna backtrack real quick. Bob's concern is everyone's concern right now. But Flop is, I mean, being honest, you know, he's just like, listen, if, you know, things are not good right now, it'd be a lie to say that. I'm so sad now. I mean, it's RP check yourself. It's okay. It's a character. The concern is more or less delegated to the fact that Bob doesn't have the full context, which is why Flop asked, "Where did you hear about this?" And he said Twitter. What's honestly what's really cool is that I do think that San plays Bob in a way where Bob's one of the few characters that can just come out and say what the fuck he's saying. And, you know, kind of get an actual answer from Flop for it. What would make Flop leave the PD? What point would it have to get to? I don't really know if there's an answer for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that fucking buzz is annoying me in this room. I'm gonna go to the roof. To answer the question, I don't actually know if there's really like a definitive one thing for Flop. The issue that Flop is dealing with right now, and what is, I mean, for lack of a better sort of pissing Flop off, as bad as it is to say, is that Flop is disappointed in the system right now and is actually on board with probably a lot of the reasons why most other people have left up to this point in the PD. But Flop specifically did not go to the war, and a situation that occurred in a completely different time than Flop's availability is now falling on his plate. It would be fucked up for Flop to say, not my shift, not my problem. But the issue that Flop is dealing with is that he's being questioned about and how he feels about a situation that he respectfully did not want to be involved in to begin with, right? So for Flop, he has an opinion, but he also isn't going to go around spewing his opinion because he's not looking to spread anything more negative than it's already put. So, because nothing gets accomplished with emotion. Emotion leads to encouragement, but nothing leads to I guess a positive outlook for looking for a negative emotional feeling towards something. So for Flop, he's just not adding fuel to the fire. He's trying to be more neutral in it. So not my passion, not my bullshit. Yeah, it's hard. The role play has been really good. Flop as a character is more frustrated because people are asking questions regarding the war, and the issue is that, like, Flop does think that the PR side of High Command right now is doing a horrible job of just at the minimum making a public statement to say that things are being acknowledged. You know, we're taking the allegations seriously, and that things are being investigated would make all the difference. And for Flop, he feels like that part has not been at the minimum brought to attention. So the issue that Flop is dealing with is that not only is he feeling the repercussions of the civilians, but he's also dealing with the he's also dealing with it from the PD side. So he's kind of trying to be the PR guy for both angles, and it's really hard. So, hey, Kurt.
I feel like I've called you so much today, but holy, I need to talk to you.
Again?
Yes. And this one is really bad, like pretty bad.
I'll see you in the captain's office.
Yeah. I
right.
feel like I feel bad, but like.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk in the office.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, so I just had a conversation with Scully. She was asking me to talk to me for a while, but I was just busy in calls. So her and Lucian were getting their cars fixed at Harmony, and Lucian tells the people at Harmony, there's like 5 people there, the stories about Sanguine, and he started listing off people who were involved in the last standoff. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to respond to that.
Yep.
Is that... Listen, I didn't go to the war. I have kind of done my part to somewhat avoid a lot of it. Not on purpose, just in shift 3 is so little that I actually know about what happened.
Yeah.
Were people instructed not to talk about it or something?
I don't know. From what I do know is that a lot of people from the war are being targeted. And that for a while, EMS were being targeted as well.
Okay. Let's see what Command wants to do with... I'll see what command wants to do with people leaking information that could be prevalent to someone's life. I don't. From a sergeant stance, I don't actually know how to proceed with that.
Yeah,
I don't know what direction we're taking with this PD with Sanguine. I know that people are unfit for duty. I'm moving from that.
yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Hey, Shelby.
Hey, Flop.
I'm just in the middle of a meeting right now. I promise this won't take long. Would you be able to give me just like 5 or 10? I'm leaning more toward 5. 5 minutes.
I guess I could do that. I do come bearing food.
Okay. At 3:10,
Oh.
I'm calling you back. So in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
We got 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing with that. I really don't. It's that's a hard one. The hitting the officer thing is a problem. I don't know how severe that information is.
Yeah, I don't know either. I wasn't that involved in the war, but I just feel like we should not be leaking names of who was there.
I don't even know who to ask about this.
I don't know either. Maybe Malton?
I guess I don't. Because I agree with you. I don't know the type of punishment we are proceeding with something like this.
I think this needs to be just moved up the chain.
Okay.
I still need to talk to Lucian, but to get his side of things.
You can do that without me, by the way, if you
Yeah.
want. Just let me know when the conversation happens and that you let him know that he's getting his strike points, and I can just put it through and mark it off as approved by me, recommended by you.
All right.
So if I'm not around, don't hesitate to I trust you to at least get his side and go from there.
Yeah, I also want to get his side about the name stuff at Harmony.
Yeah, at the minimum, just let him know. Maybe don't bring up people's names because people are being targeted for now until... God damn it. Yeah. And I just had to suspend someone today already. God damn it.
God, today's been shit, man.
And you know what? Listen, and this stays here, but Bob just came to me really concerned. He said he hates being on duty right now. He hates being around. He really hates what the PD's become. He's genuinely scared and concerned that the leaders above are, corrupt, and he feels like if he goes out of line, he's just gonna have a bomb strapped to his chest.
Holy fucking shit.
I told him flat out morale in this PD is possibly at an almost all-time low.
The numbers lately have been so bad.
The fact we have 13 units right now is
It
fucking
surprises me.
shocking. It is, yeah. Yeah, if you get a chance to talk to Lucian, I don't even know. I really don't know what to do with the punishment on that side. That's a difficult one.
I think that might be something like High Command has to decide on how far they want to punish that.
Yeah. I'll raise the question and look like the fool for it, but I really don't know how to proceed. So I guess I gotta go write 3 things for command now. People are gonna fucking love me.
How do you think I feel when I call you every like 30 minutes?
It's okay. I don't hold it against you. I'm here for a reason, and I try to fulfill it as best I can. But like in an instance like this is a lot.
Yeah.
Let me get confirmation, and it sucks because in shift 3 we really haven't dealt with Sanguine all that much, so I don't actually know precautionary wise like how far we're taking this, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. So good night, Jenny. Appreciate you. But yeah, let me get to writing, and
Yep,
I'll keep you posted as best I can. Just let me know when you talk
I'm gonna do
to.
the same things. Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay.
Yep. See you in the 30.
God damn it. Oh god. Oh. MCU is run by the Senate. Bob's worried that High Command's gonna put a bomb to his chest. Flop informed Bob that his days are numbered at this rate. Everything's falling apart. Everything. This is a great song. Well, anyone got any questions about anything up to this point? This is a fucking great one, man. I love this. This is what I'm fucking talking about, dude. Is that the real 30 or flop 30, which means 3.5 hours? 3 to 5 hours? What do you mean?
Hello.
Hello.
I caught my car on fire.
Do you need adult supervision?
I crashed a couple times and then I was smoking, and while trying to go and get a repair kit because there's no auto places open, my car started having flames come from the hood.
Congratulations, Shelby. Grab yourself a badge and a ranger hat. You got the job.
Oh my gosh, really?
No. God
Everything
damn it.
I've never wanted
Oh my god.
to be in PD again.
Well,
Hmm.
what's up?
Did you want to meet in person like you said earlier?
Sure, we could do that. I want to get out of this fucking office, to be honest. I'm just gonna... You know what? You mind if I just meet you at your place?
Yeah, we could do
I
that.
want to get away from this fucking PD
Or I
right
could
now.
show you a cool building that I decorated
I'll
that
buy
was going to be
Shadow
used for the
shopping.
wedding momentarily, but it's someone else's business. Choose. It's unpopular.
I don't really care. I mean, you pick.
You pick. You pick.
I'll flip a dice. Or a coin. Or something.
Do it.
Okay.
Well, just let me know where.
Alright, we're going to the place that you found.
Okay. Go as if you're going to autos. Oh, that was a ploy. Look, there was a fly that landed on my face. And it's like when Holic is or Popular is turning into Holic.
Is it the building that I was with you and...
Yes, that building. I have more of it done.
Sweet. We'll meet there.
Okay, I'll see you there.
See you there. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Oh, man. This is not popular. God damn it. Man, dude, today is really a fucking command day for Flop. God damn. So, I gotta mental note this. We need to...
Stalking you?
I was chasing you down to tell you your Explorer was all fucked and you needed to park it, but then it's not anymore. It's fine now.
Oh, hey Lucy,
I
you know how
spit
you
on it.
said let me repair your car?
Yeah.
You want to hear a funny story? How after we left Shrugway, I went to Otto's. Surprised no one was there, so I went to go drive and get a repair kit. My car legit caught on fire.
Nice.
Yeah, I was able to blow it out.
Okay.
Your repair kit, Shelby?
No, I have one now.
Well,
Figured you'd enjoy that.
What are you two doing?
Just talking about some things.
Okay, I'll give you space. Even though I know you're probably talking about the stuff I talked to you about earlier and flop about
Yeah, just
yesterday.
more in depth. Yeah.
I'm gonna bash my head against something. I don't know yet. I'll figure out the material as the day goes on. It
You
starts.
need support, Flop. Let me know.
I probably will. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Do you want me to take care of you?
I can just stay.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, I know most of this shit anyway. If you want.
I do have to talk to Shelby. If you don't mind.
It won't be long.
Yeah.
It won't be long.
All right.
I
But I may
appreciate
stab him inside.
it. Jesus Christ.
Just kidding.
You have a cool knife though.
Thank you. Got it for a while.
Holy fuck.
Better than before, right?
Jesus Christ. Way better than before.
I need to get like their little things in here still and whatnot, but like, you want a quick little tour?
Sure.
Here you have room.
Thank you. I like room.
Mm-hmm. Updated the garage doors for the doors for the back. And you can go in the back of the loading dock, you know.
Chat, what has happened today? I love this.
Pretty cool. Look, you can see like the roof. Anyways,
This is so cool.
isn't it? I'm happy with me.
You should be. This is amazing.
Gonna go upstairs. And add some like
What's up, Druid?
tables up here and whatnot. We have the office up there. I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side for a bathroom. Yes, so office up here. There's only one chair though.
No, there's not. There's two.
This the second one. Oh.
Comedian.
Anyways, lot been done. Lot been done.
I love it.
I feel like it only fits if I
You shop on the table
Oh.
too.
yeah.
You got
I'm gonna
this?
do it.
Perfect. So what's up, Shelby?
You know why I brought you here today?
Because I didn't have enough meetings this morning already.
I felt like if I did anything right with getting fired, it's because it's a long con thing. I was sent here to kill you.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah,
Denied.
it had to be me.
I'm pulling rank.
On what? Rank this. Grabs balls. My own, not yours.
What?
Ah,
The fuck did you just say to me?
I went to go do a ha he he ball grab thing, but I said grabs balls, and then I didn't want you to get confused thinking I was talking about your balls, so I had to clarify that they were my balls and not your balls.
I don't know if you just helped your situation or made it worse.
Probably a little bit of both.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep. Anyways, let's move past that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we're ever going to financially recover from this.
Financially, it didn't cost me a cent to say that.
Kareji's going to kill me.
Why?
He's just going to.
Yeah. As soon as I mentioned my unhappiness about not being told about officers who I worked with, he automatically started yelling about you.
Is that why he called me? And was like, why did you deny?
Probably. There was a
Yeah.
couple calls that he made. One of them was to Nico because he asked me to be a car boy. And I said if he went and called him to yell at him that I was going to immediately go and rob a bank.
Well, that doesn't seem reasonable, but you know, hey, who am I to say what's
No, I
reasonable
talked to him
anymore?
about possibly going back to crime. I mean, I can't eat. Even if I wanted to, I can't.
Yeah.
Just can't. Even if I want to do a little bit of crime. Just a little. More than I'm thinking about it, I think we talked about a lot of this stuff on the phone.
I think so too. Shelby, I'm gonna be honest. I'm really demoralized.
Because of everything.
It's so interesting to me to think that I did not even partake in the last 3 months, not by choice, because it never literally came my way. But I was so graciously efforted with the repercussions of everyone else's shit.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow I'm surprised when I shouldn't be.
I don't think much is going to surprise me anymore, and I'm going to be honest. The way I felt last Friday when I got fired was I wanted to go back to PD. That's all I know. I've only been EMS and PD for the longest time now. Like, I put crime behind me. I got so much better. And to be honest, some of the things that I've heard since make me almost thankful that they fired me. I still don't know what I'm going to do, but like, to be completely honest, I don't think I could ever go back to PD and actually trust them. I really don't. The panel goes back in my head so many times, and their minds were made up with a narrative that wasn't even correct. Which pisses me off. And honestly, I'm not saying it was consciously, but even subconsciously, the things that, like the questions that Dark asked, piss me off because we have done so many panels of people who have been drinking, and it has never gone to that extent. I think subconsciously it was asked because I am a woman, and I hate to say that shit. I really do hate to say that shit. Because I hate people going straight to that for no reason, you know? I was disgusted by that. I was disgusted by Svensson not being able to actually look at it from an unbiased point of view and then call me a murderer multiple times. And to even think that it was okay to say, you did this because you were jealous that Divine was getting more attention than you were from Toretti. That's fucked. And then I'm gonna be honest, I have to throw the rest of command into that, or the high command. Besides Toretti, because Toretti's the only one who was calling them out that stuff was uncalled for. that it wasn't right that I was being asked those questions or being accused of those things. And that stuff shouldn't have been said. Well, everyone else sat back and watched. I mean, Tessa wasn't in there, but for everyone else to sit back and watch that, I wish you could have seen. It was an embarrassment for any panels, let alone for high command. An absolute embarrassment. And at that point, like, I still just I wanted to be PD, but the more that I've thought about it, like, why would I want to go back to any department after that? No one in there except for Truddy saw that as a wrong thing. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, and you can't really fully even correct me because, and I'm sorry to say this, you're a man. But doesn't that seem a tad bit sexist to say those things? To dig deeper into why someone was drinking so far, to get down to the point of what the reason was, like why I originally started drinking. Because as soon as I said the very final answer to all those questions that I was asked by Dark, as soon as I said wedding, he said I have no further questions. Which meant he went in there with the mindset that whatever narrative someone gave him, that I did this because I was mad about wedding planning. And again, I hate to go and accuse something like that because I don't even think it was a conscious thing. And there's multiple people who have agreed that that is very shitty. And the only people, which has only been a couple, that don't see it as being a sexist thing has been men.
Shelby, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't there. I really don't have a say in it.
No, I know.
At the same time, there's a part of me that really wants to believe that that wasn't the intention in that room. But again,
I'm gonna say I don't think it was, but you have to realize as a woman, and this is the thing that I hate saying, you go about life not saying things out loud and not calling people out for them doing this stuff or them going down these routes that you've seen them go down before with women, but they don't with men. And you don't say anything because if you do, you get the repercussions of it. You get judged for accusing people of being sexist when I'm not accusing, I'm just saying it is a very sexist way to go about things. And it's something that we live with constantly. So we can see it. And I'm not saying that it was intentional, but it is definitely a subconscious thing that happened. And I can say it as someone who has sat in Jeff Price panels or Jeff Price punishments or anyone who's drank. The most they'll maybe ask is, why were you drinking? But that's it.
Shelby, I'm gonna say this much. If this means anything for me, the PD is at its lowest point right now.
Oh, I know.
And your decision to not come back is incredibly fucking valid.
I to be honest, as stupid as this sounds and as spiteful as it may seem, I want to see the PD fail after this. I want to see it go down in flames. And I know it's going to take out good people. But like, it is very difficult going through and watching PD from an EMS standpoint, right? In shift 3 for years or for a year. And then be PD for almost 2 years. And And to see someone who hasn't been corrupt, unless you want to consider me forgetting to take a dongle off someone a couple times, maybe at most. To not even be second guessed, and apparently I can't be trusted because of one mistake. But yet here I am. I'd done everything finance for SDSO for a year and a half. Everything for the whole PD for past 7 months, I think. And outside of something that I mean, I shouldn't have done it. I'm not going to disagree with that, right? But like, I wasn't thinking clearly, and I'm not going to even put that on that. Like, it was my own bad to think that I could try and talk sense to Jaeger and not ask for the whole situation before just assuming and calling. But to hear the shit that's happened and that these people still have jobs, but yet apparently, if it was anyone else but Shelby, they would have been fired on the spot. I call bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And the evidence I have behind that is it's been a week and nothing's been done to those people.
Remember what happened with Winston?
I don't even know what happened with Winston. I just know he wasn't PD anymore.
He was fired for, I would argue, even less.
I do
the
remember
difference-
hearing something about him handcuffing Wrangler or Pred or something like that and assisting criminals at one point.
Walker?
But I thought it was Walker.
My point though is I have seen people leave this PD and not even be offered the opportunity to come back in 30
Mm-hmm.
for things that arguably did not deserve the punishment that they got.
No, agreed. And then you watch other people who should have been fired a long time ago or were given 30 chances before getting fired, like before actually getting fired.
I know things are different
Yeah.
nowadays, but I mean, listen, fucking Fred was our sheriff for how long?
Yep, Carmine was an officer for how long? Look at everything Gunner did, everything Brian's done, everything Bass leaked so much more shit than I did. Let's be honest. I'm not saying that in vain, but like,
The police department is the police department. I mean, you were in it long enough, and you know it inside and out. It's never been fucking consistent.
no.
It is.
And it never will be.
It won't be. It can't be.
If Bass were here, I'm going to be honest, I don't think he would have fired me. I think I would have had him and Treddy on my side for this. He would have been pissed, but
Yeah. Like said,
and honestly, after the conversation Tess and I had before all of us talked, I was shocked to hear that she voted to fire me also.
I feel like in the shittiest way possible, there's a part of me that's almost glad you don't have to deal with all this shit right now.
Oh, 100%. I feel bad for you. And anyone else in command.
I hate it.
Oh, I would too.
I really hate it.
I would not want to be the person trying to calm down people hearing about the shit that's being posted on Twitter or the stuff that happened in that radio. And the fact that no answers I'm assuming have even been given at this point because let's be honest, PD communication is dog shit.
Yeah, that's a constant. That hasn't changed. I will say this much: the reason